YouTube, man, it's your boy Ashton Jackson, man. In today's video, we're going to be previewing the Dallas Cowboys versus Chicago Bears game. I'm going to be finally going over the injury list on both sides of the football, for the Dallas Cowboys and the Bears, and then we're going to be talking about the ways in which that the Dallas Cowboys can beat this team. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. Straight into it, the Bears are going to be out with a lot of key defensive players, which helps us out for the way in which that this offense has been moving the ball in the first 2 weeks. Considering that we put up 20 points in the first week, we put up 40 points in the second week. It's very key that got to catch a break and try to have some players that are not going to be out there, right? So they're going to be without linebacker T.J. Edwards. They're going to be without their slot corner Kyler Gordon. They're going to be out with their outside corner and Jalen Johnson. That's really their best defensive back that they got in the back end. And then they got Jalen Jones, who's going to be out as well. And then you got DeMarco Jackson, questionable. DeAndre Swift, it was questionable. He was limited in practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm making this video on a Saturday. So I really believe that if you're limited throughout the week, I don't think they're going to start him. It's probably going to be Kyle Monangai. Roshan Johnson's probably going to get the nod. But, again, I really like Kyle Monangai when he came out of, I believe it was Texas Tech, I want to say he came out. So, I mean, it was either that or was Rutgers. I forgot one of the schools he came out of. But anyway, that's the injury list for the Bears. For the Dallas Cowboys, we're going to be without Cooper Beebe 6 to 8 weeks. We put him on IR. That means Brock Hoffman is going to be your starting center. Kavonte Turpin is going to be available to go. Deron Bland has been officially ruled out for this game. We're going to see if he can go out and he can play next week versus the Green Bay Packers. Hopefully we can get him back and, try to stay healthy in the back end. But now we're going to talk about the ways in which that the Dallas Cowboys can beat the Chicago Bears. The number one thing is we got to stop the Bears from scoring an opening drive touchdown. In 2 back-to-back weeks 1 and 2, they have been able to go down in the first 15. Has been really great for the Chicago Bears. They've been able to start out the games really easily, go down and get 7. I think if you're able from out the gate, if you're able to stop them from scoring a touchdown, again, we're a bend but don't break defense, but last week we were breaking a lot. If we go out there and we stop the Bears and we only allow them to score 3 points, I think it's going to be a lot easier for the Dallas Cowboys for the game if they're able to stop them from scoring 7 points. You either hold them to 3 or you get a 3 and out, and then you go out and let your offense go out there and score, and it's going to be a lot easier for the Dallas Cowboys. Number 2, keep Caleb Williams in the pocket. Have him play on time if he's able to do that. A lot of times when you let him play like how he played at USC, escape out the pocket, run around defenders, get out of the defender's grasp, and he's able just to make throws and have him throw that ball on a rope to Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, things like that. Let's make sure that he stays in the pocket and we make him play on time. We don't want him to accept big plays and things of that nature, right? Let's get to Caleb Williams and sack him. If we can't get him with 4 minutes, send some pressure, mix up coverages. Let's make it hard on Caleb Williams. Let's force him to play old school quarterback where he's going to have to read the defenses and manipulate the defense with his mind. If he's not able to do that, it's going to be a very tough day for Caleb Williams. Another thing, man, don't let these wide receivers have free releases, man. Don't let Rome Odunze, don't let DJ Moore beat you in this game. If somebody's going to beat you, you have to walk in the middle of the field at Soldier Field and shake Ben Johnson's hand. Let him scheme you up, beating you with Colston Loveland, in which they dropped the top 10, Cole Kmet, and Luther Burden. Let those be the guys that try and beat you. Again, Luther Burden can beat you. I feel like if he's given the opportunity, I feel like he can. And also, of course, don't let them run the ball, but it's going to be tough for them to run the ball with how bad their offensive line is. Not saying they can't do it, but we got to go out there and let's beat the Chicago Bears, man, because don't forget, this is the coordinator last year. He was given the green light by his head coach, but don't forget how bad the Detroit Lions whooped you last year with Ben Johnson calling plays. So I also felt like we have a little, a little beef, a little rival going on. But again, it is what it is. Now, since we're talking about offensively, let's make sure that we're putting CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens in the slot and have them run crossers or over routes in the middle of the field. I was seeing that a lot when Jameson Williams was winning on routes, or when Amon-Ra St. Brown was winning on routes. They were putting him in those crossers and having their slot corner defend those guys, right? And I felt like, again, we have one of the best wide receiver cores and one of the two best wide receivers in the league in terms of a tandem. But I really felt like if we put CeeDee Lamb in the slot, that's where CeeDee Lamb does a lot of his great work, which is not a slight at all to CeeDee Lamb, because like I said, he can go X, Y, Z. He can play throughout all formations of the offense. We can put him at running back if we need to, and he can make something shake, right? So let's make sure that we're putting CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens in the slot and have them run crossers and things of that nature, right? Let's establish a run game with Javonte Williams. Let's get him going. It sucks that we don't have another running back that we have full trust in to come in and make something shake and have it be a true tandem. But right now, it looks like Javonte Williams is going to be your lead workhorse running back. Hopefully that, Jaden Blue can get this thing together and we can get him on track. And then also, we cannot turn the ball over. Offensively, you cannot turn the ball over because you don't want to make your life hard on your defense. So let's try to make those things a little bit easier, right? Also, let's keep the pocket for Dak clean, so he can make those throws and we can dice up this defense. Again, Dennis Allen, when he has a really good defense, he gives you a lot of good problems. We've seen that when he was in New Orleans, he's going to give you a lot of problems. But since he doesn't have the horses to really give you a lot of problems, it makes sense that if we keep the pocket clean for Dak, he's going to be able to dice up this team. Also, let's limit the penalties. The goal for me is 5 or less. Why 5? Because in week 1, you only had 4. Week 2, I believe you doubled it. I think you had almost about 12 to 13 penalties. So let's make sure that we limit the penalties down to 5 if we can. And let's stay healthy and let's win this game, man, because why you have to win this game and why this game is a must-win, because you don't want to go down 1-2 going into week 4, going back to Dallas, having to play the Green Bay Packers, who has been on fire for a little bit, right? But again, let's stay healthy. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.